There are times that I wish that I could go back to the park and bury my dinosaurs in the sand and then bury them back up again as if I were being a paleontologist. But if I were to do that, somebody would ask me why I'm not acting my own age. Because there's somebody out there who objectively decided that at 24, you shouldn't be playing in the sand at a park. Actually, not just playing in the sand at the park, burying your dinosaurs in the sand and then digging them back up again. Now that I think of it though, that really wasn't a good example of what I'm trying to talk about. Some people seem to think that there's a set age where you can't continue to play card games, or play video games anymore, or even watch TV shows that may be aimed at an age demographic that is quite a bit below yours. Now the thing I'd like to know is who objectively decided that there's a set age to where you can't do these things anymore. The creators of Adventure Time may not have had my age group as their main demographic that they were aiming their show towards, but that's not going to stop me from enjoying a good TV show like Adventure Time. But there are going to be those people that are going to say, oh, you shouldn't be watching that show's for kids. And again, that brings me back to who are you to decide at what age something is appropriate and inappropriate for a person. When I'm older, I don't want to be one of those people that just sits around all day reading the newspaper or, comes home from work and sits down on the couch and watches the news. But once that time comes, I'm gonna have people telling me that I'm not acting my age by not reading the newspaper or by watching the news. Acting your age is relative to who you really are as a person. All it really boils down to are what you are interested in and how those interact and create you as a person. What if I were to go up to a 60-year-old man who's playing video games and tell him to stop playing those video games because he's not acting his age? Where does it say that video games can't be enjoyed by everybody, and where does it also say that children's TV shows can't be enjoyed by everybody? There are adults who love My Little Pony. There are adults that love collecting Barbies. There are kids that are gonna love watching the news and reading the newspaper, and who are we to tell them that they're not acting their age? We can't decide at what age somebody is going to start enjoying something. They have to discover that on their own. And on the same end of that, they're also gonna have to discover not liking something on their own. You really can't put an age limit on what somebody likes. If I want to go out and have a water balloon fight or a water gun fight with my friends, I'm gonna go do that. It doesn't matter how old I am, I'm always gonna enjoy that. Maybe that might change in the future, but I still love it now. These interests are unique to me, and I don't need people to tell me that I shouldn't be liking these things because they're not in my age demographic, or that I'm too old to be liking such things. And it's also kind of like hearing people say that adults shouldn't be reading Harry Potter because that's a load of crap. This whole mindset is even prevalent on YouTube because I see people being ridiculed for how old they are, and some people are just saying that these people shouldn't be making videos at their age. The only restriction around is the age at which you can make a YouTube account, and that's really the only restriction that there should be. I just don't see how age should be playing any part in what you enjoy as a person. What you enjoy is completely independent of how old you are. We are already limited enough as it is in the things that we can enjoy, and if you put an age cap on the things that you can be interested in, it doesn't really give you a whole lot to choose from, does it? We're not living in The Walking Dead here. We're not mindless zombies. We like what we like, and that's the bottom line.